meet the visiting Minnesota Timberwolves. At point guard, Mike Conley. At forward, Jaden McDaniels. At center, Rudy Gobert. At forward, Karl Anthony Towns. At guard, Anthony Edwards. The head coach of the visiting team is Chris Finch. Let's meet your Denver Nuggets. At guard, number 5, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Number 1, Michael starting at power forward, number 50, Aaron Gordon. At guard, 6 feet 4 inches, number 27, Jamal Murray. At center, number 15, the Joker, Nikola Jokic.
Welcome to this Thursday night in the NBA, right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brett Barry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. As we close into the start of the playoffs, let's see how the West is stacking up. You look at Denver. They've got their eye on the number 1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And, of course, Minnesota, just a couple spots back.
And you know, for the Nuggets, their fans had high hopes for them this season, and they have not let them down. It's been a fantastic campaign thus far, and they really are set up perfectly for a deep run in the playoffs.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Towns and Gobert hold down the post for him. Conley is the point. Edwards plays on the wing. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. And for Denver, the guard pair are Murray and Caldwell-Pope. Underneath in the post, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Porter in at the 3. And late in the regular season, Greg, in your decade plus in the NBA, you were looking forward to the playoffs more often than not.
And as a player, you have to avoid that temptation to look ahead. But when you do, much nicer to look forward to the playoffs than vacation.
And again.
And this is all you need to know about the year he's having. He's coming up on the single-season franchise scoring record.
And when he does get there, I bet it's a long time until someone matches it. Murray against Conley. Tries from 16. Murray, good.
Well, you give up any kind of space like that to Jamal Murray, even from the mid-range, he'll torch you.
Murray against Conley. Over in the corner, Edwards. Conley surveying the D. Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Plenty of power on that slam. Towns was not messing around.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession.
Timberwolves ball.
So it's Minnesota now. Conley with it, now guarded by Porter. Conley kicks to McDaniels. Conley against Porter. from 11 feet away. Jokic with the steal. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
An 85% mark from the line. There aren't too many players in the league who are going to score a much better percentage.
Free throw good, Murray. And with Jokic now a Finals MVP and an NBA champion, Greg, he's already an all-time great.
And could go down as one of the greatest players ever. He started to pile up the hardware and awards. Amazing what he could accomplish the next few years.
Morris is checked in for Minnesota.
Number 23, Monte Morris.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Jokic with this screen on Morris. Murray the pass to Jokic. Dishes to Porter. Murray outside. Clock at 6. Here's Jokic. Gobert with the block.
And when Gobert is playing with this kind of aggression on that end, there aren't many better at defending it.
Edwards kicks to Morris. Back to Edwards. The kick out to Towns. They get it again. Morris outside. There's the drive. Outside Edwards. And the three off target.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Now here's Murray. Some chance for him. He averages over 21 points a game.
Jamal Murray sort of carrying the flag for Canada and all the great players who have infiltrated the league over the past couple seasons. He is a bucket getter.
The Nuggets have shot just one free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. And he can't make it. 3 for 3. And Greg finishing last season with the #1 seed in the Western Conference. A lot of people still slept on the Denver Nuggets.
And Kevin, they've had great regular seasons before, only to fall short. But with a healthy Murray and Porter Jr., Jokic finally had the help to get it done.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. Murray outside. Jokic sets the screen for Murray. Gobert with the block. Passes it to McDaniels. He dishes it to Towns. Edwards against Caldwell Pope. Edwards, that's good. Here's Murray. He's got 5. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Jokic finds Porter. Jokic inside. Gobert on him. 6 on the shot clock. No block shot. And he can't bank that one in. Minnesota leading by 3. Edwards inside. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope against Edwards.
The shot fake by Edwards, a move we don't see a lot anymore, but it can still be very effective.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws here for the night.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Free throw good, Edwards. Several teams changing it up here. And so he makes both from the line.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Pass to Najee. The 3. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. Denver grabs the miss, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, what we saw in that game and what you see around the league is a questionable dependency on the triple.
Well, you have to be able to use the three-point line in some way. It's just such a weapon. And in that game, it was just not there for him.
Here is Edwards, following the score by Jamal Murray.
And getting aggressive and creative. Edwards finding ways to create space on the floor. On
the wing, Jackson. Edwards defending. 11 feet away, and he overshot that one, missing. Here's McLaughlin. Towns finds Edwards. Towns a screen on Jackson. Here's Edwards. He shoots again. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for Minnesota. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Right back after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Timberwolves.
These guys have been so quick off the dribble, finding great lanes to attack and getting themselves to the basket.
Well, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well of scanning the interior part of the paint. All those inside looks, those are paying off.
They've got Nikola Jokic, and it's Brown in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver. The offensive rebound. Jokic doing the job inside.
Yeah, boxing out Jokic is easier said than done, especially when he's sniffing out rebounds.
Pass to McLaughlin. Anderson a screen on Jackson. Back to Anderson. Banked in off the glass. Anderson's got the lead up to 5 now for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Now the pass to Jokic. Rebound, Minnesota. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
And that was a game to forget. You'd like to find some teachable moments, but I think they'd like to just turn the page.
And another one falls.
And for this franchise, he's now tied the record for most points in a single season.
That tells you all you need to know about him offensively. He is ultra savvy and ultra skilled. Here's Jokic. A slam by Jokic.
Oh, good job by Reggie Jackson just finding the shooter and feeding him.
Right side, Edwards. Over to the wing. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Jackson. To the middle. Here's Crawford. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his first.
It's on Anthony Edwards.
First team foul.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And Greg, when they talk about youth development, the days are gone when coaches divided guards and bigs when it comes to skill work. When did that change?
It's kind of a recent development, maybe the last 10 or 15 years, but it's amazing how the game has evolved.
Gobert dishes to Conley. Outside Edwards, just 4 to shoot. Misses in close.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Passes it to Jokic. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jokic has got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Another shot, Edwards. Another bucket. Wow.
And he's done it. A new single-season franchise scoring record. Great accomplishment from him in what's been an incredible run.
It's been a season for the ages for him, and one that will go down in the history of this franchise. Gordon with no one around, and he hits it to tie the game up. Gordon's got his first 3 points of the game.
Zero hesitation that time from Gordon.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Looking now at some numbers from Michael Porter Jr.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back. All the officials are all over that one.
First trip to the line for him here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And Conley drops them both.
Still a solid point guard in this league. When Conley is healthy, he makes a considerable impact on both ends.
Murray, the pass to Najee. 1:29 left to play here in the second quarter. Back to Murray. Scoring his 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
Good sign of an efficient shooter there. His release is lightning quick.
Now Conley. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Towns for 3. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 3 assists now in this one. Pass to Najee. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Wide open look here for Murray. Another 3 for Denver.
You got to be aware of Murray there. You just know he's aiming to get payback with a triple.
There's 48 seconds left in the first half. Towns against Gordon. Here's Conley. It's hauled in by Gordon. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Still yet to score. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Jamal Murray's such a natural scorer, and right now, getting in and finishing on a physical play like that one.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Najee. Towns, the screen. Conley with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. Conley, the pass to Towns. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. And that's now 7 points for Karl Anthony Towns. Murray scanning the floor. And he converts the layup. Murray's got the lead back up to 3 now for the Nuggets.
Well, we see this time to time from Murray. When he's locked in, he's completely locked in. He'll carry the offense.
What a performance by Jamal Murray. He has been the story for Denver. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot, guys. With Mike Malone, as the second half approaches, Coach, what are you looking for?
Execution, pace and purpose with everything that we do, and making sure that when we call a set, we know what we're trying to accomplish and get the ball to where our players can be effective.
We'll see if they can fix that in the second half. Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Welcome to our halftime show. Some excellent basketball so far with Denver in a close game. Hey, I was wondering, after the show, you guys doing anything?
Well, that depends.
Well, I got 3 free tickets to Golf and Grill. Includes the go-karts, the batting cages, and they got smoked ribs.
Why, is this the first time I'm hearing about this?
Probably because you don't own the place. And now let's check out the Denver Nuggets, who are in a close game after one half of play.
You could tell they love playing in front of this crowd. The energy helps fuel this team right now. The sixth man is doing their job, Shaq.
Yeah, there's no let up in these fans, loyal and loud.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
Yeah, almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
On the court for Minnesota, the front court is McDaniels and Towns. Conley is the point. Edwards plays on the wing. And it's Gobert in at the 5 down low. Caldwell Pope right side. Pass to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
With KCP's improved scoring, defenders are taking note of him and leaving his teammates wide open.
Edwards against Caldwell Pope. Edwards drives in. Here's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
He does that so well. At his size, he's always a threat to throw it down.
Denver leading by 3. Caldwell Pope outside. The dish to Murray. Charity stripe shot. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Oh, the lob to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Right through the contact. Gobert's added so much strength since being drafted back in 2013. It's helped all facets of his game.
The Nuggets shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. Jokic kicks to Murray. It's stolen by Edwards. Conley with it, outguarded by Murray. The pass to McDaniels. And here's Towns. Out to Edwards. Towns sets the pick for Edwards. For Murray. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Denver in the lead. Outside Gordon. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Edwards. Edwards got his 5th rebound in this one. Crosses over, and Edwards with the stop.
It's simple, guys. Keep getting Edwards the ball and just let it cook.
Murray against Conley. Murray the pass to Porter. And another miss by Denver.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
Towns, a screen on Caldwell Pope to the inside. Out to Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
And great strength and body control from Edwards. Able to finish through the contact.
Conley against Murray. Here's Porter. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Denver passing it around. On the wing, Porter.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Back to Murray. Puts up a deep 3, and it's blocked by Conley. Here he goes. Good. And now a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it and make the adjustment.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Minnesota also with the sub. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for McDaniel. There's 1:40 left here in the third quarter. Caldwell Pope against Edwards. Passes to Murray. Inside. Here's Jokic. Gobert with the block. Caldwell Pope against Conley. Outside Edwards. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
And the advantage they have starting to increase. Things are coming together for them at a really opportune time.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
Murray for 3. And again, Denver no good.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
And Edwards with the stop.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. And that'll be his third foul so far. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
Denver calls foul.
All right, everyone. Time to make some noise for your one and only Nuggets dance team. One more time. Your Denver Nuggets dance.
34 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Brown. Murray against Conley. Just 5 to shoot. And again, Denver no good.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
And this is Edwards' game. When he's aggressive and trying to score, it really puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots in the game right here.
Anthony Edwards.
The first one falls. And Edwards drops them both. There's 10 seconds left in the third. Murray kicks to Watson. Buries the 20-footer. Watson's got his first points of the game.
And how about finally being able to put an end to that 16-0 run by Minnesota?
The third quarter comes to a close. Timberwolves lead by 9. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got Jackson. And it's Jokic in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
A good read by Edwards, playing at his pace and carving out space for that shot.
Morris against Jackson. Basket counts.
That's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
Here's Morris. Anderson, a screen on Jackson. Morris dishes to Anderson. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Assisted.
Anderson's got the lead up to 11 now for the Timberwolves.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Jackson kicks to Jokic. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Not a lot of places on the floor where Jokic cannot do this kind of damage. He does it with the 3-ball.
Anderson, a screen on Jackson. Morris passes to Anderson. Goes back up. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
And there's been another bonus to what's happened with them tonight, and that's the offensive rebounding. They're boxing out, they're getting up extra shots. It could be a difference maker in the result.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Here's Edwards. No good on that one. Good defense by Jokic. The Nuggets trail by 9. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Drills it from outside. Jackson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And Jackson's showing off a little bit of his range that time, so confident in that release.
Edwards inside. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Edwards looking it over. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Over Anderson. Anderson with the block.
Good intensity on defense. Kyle Anderson using the length that time and timing it well to get the rejection.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Denver calls timeout. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Anderson, and it's McDaniels in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Well, I got a chance to hear what the Nuggets head coach was saying to his team. And he begged his guys to get after it on the break. He said, let's keep up the tempo, guys. You know how dangerous we are on the break. Be confident with the ball. Take risks. Move it, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And Edwards with the stuff.
You can't let Edwards get in the lane. Outstanding at using that burst of speed on the drive.
Floats it up for Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
Jokic on an alley-oop. Sweet.
Minnesota leading by 10. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Conley with it, and it's Gordon picking him up, and Towns throws it down.
And look at the explosion from the big fella. Towns' game oozes athleticism.
Nuggets running out of time. Murray outside. Pass to Jokic. Over Gobert. Second chance effort. And it's Jokic missing. Edwards against Caldwell Pope. Edwards kicks to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Shakes him. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. Edwards got 32 points in the game.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Timberwolves.
And they had to battle for this one. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the floor of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And counting tonight's game on the season, they'll now have won 57 games this year. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Anthony Edwards.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
Gobert with a screen for Conley. And here's Edwards from the arc. And the pass to McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Over Porter. 6 to shoot. Tries again. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his first personal.
It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
And how about the commitment from Edwards, refusing to give up on that?
Free throw good, Edwards.
2 shots.
And Edwards drops them both. Outside Jackson. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Rudy, your impact on the game defensively, always something to watch. What's your approach at that end?
Just try to win games, you know, and my teammates brought out trust in me, being aggressive on the balls and try to be aggressive at the rim. And, you know, when we play as a team like we do tonight, it's tough to beat us.
You were in full Stifle Tower mode tonight, man. Congrats. Back to you.
Much appreciated, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. As we leave you with our New Balance Player of the Game, Anthony Edwards.
Make your hell gaming.